Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I finally received my NU3001 Android car stereo from Hong Kong. Funny, I didn't pay extra for shipping from Alibaba, but it actually shipped yesterday and arrived in one day from Hong Kong to Los Angeles. That's pretty cool. It took them 5 days to actually ship, but it's okay. It's a great deal. I got it for $369, I believe, not on sale. So, chose to go with overseas purchased car stereo because it's quad core as opposed to dual core, which manufacturers like Pumpkin sell. Dual core, I believe they even saw one that was single core. And if the option is there for quad core, let's go for the most processing power, right? I don't know how many apps I'm going to be running simultaneously when I'm in the car, and I don't want to be for at a lack of power. This model, NU3001, also called the Carpad from some manufacturers, offers that, has no tactile buttons, which is great, because just from images I've seen, the tactile buttons look a little, a word my wife likes to use, janky. They look a little rickety and not like they would stand up to the rigors that a car stereo has to go through throughout the years. Alright, so this is the Android box I heard it comes with. The pass label is intact. So basically, from what I've read, the unit actually is a cheap tablet on the front of an amplifier. This is the actual brain behind it. So there's no computing going on in the unit. It all happens in this Android box, which can be mounted inside of the car, which will be mounted inside of the car, but also can be used indoors if you attach a mini HDMI cable and a 12-volt DC power adapter. Then you basically have an Android device on whatever huge TV you decide to hook it up to. Alright, so I need to make sure not to eat the silica gel. It says directly on the package, do not eat, throw away. I will throw it away after not eating it. So here's the head unit. As you can see, no physical buttons, so no buttons to wear out. Awesome. Feels a little lighter than most car stereos. In fact, just looking through it, I can see that even though it's this large, it's not jammed with electronics. Let's see, there's no fan, but it's not really a heatsink, just vents. There's no visible fan, but I guess we'll find out once we plug it in. But as you can see, it is a completely smooth face, which will look quite nice once installed tomorrow. What I don't like, it appears this smooth, gorgeous face is actually just a sheet of glass. An unprotected sheet of glass. I don't know if you can make that out. But yeah, it's just a sheet of unprotected glass. You can see the blue glint and I can feel the edge, the imperfections of it. Definitely not something that should be moving around a lot. I mean, it's a car stereo, but I'd feel safest once this is actually just installed and doesn't have to be moved again. I can see the capacitive film that registers your touch actually protrudes over the edge of the glass. So, again, wasn't expecting the greatest build quality. The rest of it doesn't appear too bad. Smooth edges. Fuse is intact. Great. So I guess once it's installed, it really shouldn't be a problem. Geez, let me put it down because if I drop it, that is going to shatter. Okay, the Android box, the brain. Okay, that's great. I just ordered a 64 gig SD card, full-size SD card, USB slot, mini USB port. So that's great. I already have a 4-port USB hub I'm going to plug in there to augment its considerable quality due to Android by adding a 4G dongle and an external USB microphone, because I heard that due to the software issues and the dual Bluetooth it has built in, you can't use OK Google natively. It recommends to use a USB microphone. So I purchased that. It's low profile. We're going to install that, and that way I'll have OK Google functionality. Not sure if that's going to be used for the calls or not. It has these nice adhesive pads, so when this gets installed, more than likely in the glove compartment, it shouldn't slide around. Power button. So this is acceptable quality. Then this bundle of cables that it comes with. Alright, it's definitely the communication, the FireWire cable. Okay, that goes to the Android box. As it says, 2 hosts. 2 Android box. This is the shoddy microphone that I heard it comes with. This is the GPS antenna. Because it even says GPS antenna. I'm not sure, my car already has, this is 2013 Kia Soul. It doesn't have GPS built in, but it appears that the antenna on the roof of the car has at least space for a GPS module. I'm not sure if it's built in or not. So hopefully there is a GPS antenna already built into the car that I can just connect to the head unit, and we won't have to deal with wiring and positioning this. We'll let the installation guys figure that out. Yeah. More stuff for them to figure out, although these are obviously video cables. Oh, right. If you chose to, you can have this connected to a backup camera. We opted against that because, I don't know if you've seen a Kia Soul or driven it, but it basically has no protrusion beyond the rear window. So if you're backing up, and if I'm backing up and something is not against the rear window, I'm pretty much not anywhere near it, so we're going to skip that. What I am doing, though, is attached to that USB hub that I'm going to attach here. I purchased a webcam, a wide-angle webcam, and the wide-angle webcam is going to be positioned at the other side of the rear view mirror, facing forward. So, one of the many features that this is going to provide is a dash cam. And we have mounting plates, again for the installation guys. So, there we have it. The NU3001 Android 4.4 quad-core car stereo. And if you need to, portable Android device, as long as you have a power supply and HDMI cable. That's okay. It's Android. You don't need the manual. Figure it out.